I made a video before about the Metropolitan Police running out of money, and now we have some figures on how the Met Police is going to try to balance the books. Looks like the Metropolitan Police will need to cut 2,300 officers and 400 staff next year because of the £450 million funding shortfall. And the Met Chief, Sir Mark Rowley, has now said where those 2,300 officers and 400 staff will be cut from. The cuts are going to be made from officers that tackle serious, real crime. Honestly, with Mark Rowley in charge, common sense just seems to have left the Met Police. Why is he cutting back on officers that are tackling real, serious crimes like drug trafficking, organised crime and violent offenders? Why are they being cut? Why is he not cutting the other wasteful resources within the police force? The so-called thought police, for example, that's still patrolling their social media posts. I mean, let's talk some numbers. The Home Office has reported that over £10 million a year is spent on monitoring social media and prosecuting so-called offensive posts under legislations like the Malicious Communications Act and other ones that are around. That's enough to fund nearly 200 frontline officers alone. And there's other ways they can find money from if they just stop wasting on doing all these silly shenanigans that we see them do, or employing police officers that you probably need another 4 police officers to go and protect them because they don't deter criminals. But officers in specialised crime units, they work on cases that save lives and protect communities. And Mark Rowley has decided that those roles are to be slashed. Can you believe it? Recent reports show that around 20% of the staff cuts in some areas will hit serious crime departments. Meanwhile, officers spending thousands of hours sifting through tweets and Facebook posts, deciding whether someone's joke or comment is offensive. This is not just a waste of resources, it's an insult to the public who need real protection. Here is where it gets even more absurd. Last year, nearly 3,400 cases of online offences were prosecuted in England and Wales. That's almost 10 cases a day, requiring hours of police time and legal resources. Meanwhile, less than 5% of burglaries were solved, and violent crime detection rates are plummeting. This begs the question, where is their priorities? Where is Mark Rowley's priorities? Let me be clear, real hate speech and criminal threats online need to be addressed, but do we need officers trawling Instagram looking for people who have hurt someone's feelings while victims of violent crime are left waiting? It's all about priorities. Do we really want police spending £10 million a year on policing offensive language instead of protecting lives? And I'm not the only one who's complaining. Even former senior officers have criticised this approach, with police being dragged into areas they were never meant to police. And yet, instead of addressing this imbalance, Mark Rowley is cutting the officers that we need most, the ones keeping drugs off our streets and violent offenders behind bars. So if we feel this is wrong, what can we do? Well, we can demand transparency about where the police budgets are being spent. We can challenge the overreach of laws that turn officers into thought police. And we can insist that cuts target bureaucracy and low priority roles, not officers fighting serious crime. We, the public, deserve a police force focused on real threats, not trivial ones. If you agree, share this video, contact your local representatives, and let's make our voices heard. It's time to put our priorities back where they belong, on protecting people, on protecting our families, not policing opinions.